In Hall 9 of the Tokyo Game Show, right in between the virtual reality corner and the merchandise booths, is the indie gaming section, where developers, local and international, have all converged to show their wares. And I played through a bunch of games and I was impressed by a number of them, such as Line Wobbler, a 1D arcade game. You play using this really unique controller, this handmade thing that was made for the game, on what is basically a single strip of LED lights. You're this little green dot, and you essentially have to move up and down the line and navigate through the various enemies and lava. So it feels kind of like a carnival game in that sense, in that you expect to play through the levels and then eventually just win a plush prize at the end. But I'm surprised at how much design was that they were able to fit on one dimension, on one line. Also impressing me is Headbutt Academy, which is made for the PlayStation VR and other virtual reality headsets. It solves a problem of not having to move around using a controller, because it's on rails and you can pretty much play it from your seat because, as the name implies, you headbutt your way through the game. In that balls are shot at you for whatever reason and you headbutt them through to go through the environment, and we'll find out more about the game as it is released, likely alongside the PlayStation VR, but it is also a novel use of controllers. Also impressing me is a game from the Philippines, Lithium City, an isometric strategic shooter. It just looks really cool. It has this lit 80s neon vibe to it, which may be worn out if not for the fact that it was so well executed in this game. It's combined with the visuals and the soundtrack, and the action itself is extremely tight, even in its stage of development. You're just running around, dodging, and shooting your various weapons to destroy the enemy. So, on a gameplay level, it's not particularly complex until you have to navigate through many enemies on screen. So you have to try and take into account positioning, your ammo, as well as the types of enemies and their various weaknesses. I very much look forward to seeing that game as it continues along. Also of interest is Mecha Zoo, which is basically kind of like a Sonic game meets Donkey Kong. It's a side-scrolling 3D platforming game where you can take control of one of three animals, an armadillo, a wallaby, a frog in the demo that I was playing, and you have to use their various abilities to get around the environment. Normally, I'm just going to say, I don't really like Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's simplistic, just run to the right until you win. And this game is kind of reminiscent of that, but there's something about it where it kind of works. It's the variety of switching up between the various animals to try to get to navigate the various platforms. It made me enjoy a Sonic-like game, which is impressive in and of itself. But that's enough from the indie games at the Tokyo Game Show. Right around, of course, is the merchandise booth, so let's get there, shall we?